something?
Did they have anything of value? I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no? Weary of seeing places like this. me to harvest any organic materials. Now, I wonder which company owns and operates this site.
Foreman's watching. Need some credits, newcomer? I've got something I could use a hand with.
One of our best got so fed up with the supervisor, they plain stormed off to God knows where. I mean, we all sympathize with them, but we need them back, and pronto. Convincing them to come back probably won't be easy. Are you up for it? We'll pay.
That's terrific! Thanks.
Sorry, I'm on the clock.
what wonders of life this planet hosts.
You traveled a ways to find me. I know they sent you, but I'm sick and tired of how that place is run. I mean, out here's no picnic, but returning home, not interested. I'll hear you out.
You're just that stubborn, aren't you?
I try to be.
This might be annoying enough to work.
Fine, enough. I'll go back, all right?
Nothing for me here. Let's go. how they have arranged themselves.
You're back. Thank you so much for taking care of our friend. Here, this is yours. Wouldn't want you to leave empty-handed.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way.
Our scan detected contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded. All illegal and stolen goods will be confiscated. Hostile ship in orbit. Deadly forces authorized. Look alive.
Look alive! Surrender now! Look alive! Look alive!
and I, we have something important to discuss.
I have things I gotta say. Must have scared them off.
Such beauty in the midst of nothingness. Thrilling.
I got work to do. This cargo's not gonna haul itself.
I owe you a beer. How'd everything go? Did you give them hell? Not going to lie, that's the best news I've heard all day. Here you go. For a job well done. Thanks again.
Not
Don't
many
touch
would
me.
have done that.
This equipment could take your fingers off.
You drive. I get too much road rage.
We're locked in.
Hey, what can I do for you? Got anything you need to offload? Nothing for us to do. You're in good flying condition.
If my shift goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me.
If you're ever in New Atlantis, mind putting in a good word for me?
May I be of service?
I don't think
You won't find a better offer on the station. Was there something you needed? Certainly.
Greetings, Captain.
Good to see you. If there's anything I can do... Certainly.
Maroon weapon, huh? Nasty.
We're loose.
Board's all green. Successful
This is
check.
Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Trident Luxury Lines welcomes you. Feel free to dock and talk with our courteous sales representatives.
Seals are good, air pressure good. Hey, we're docked.
Captain, greetings.
Got some business here?
Trident Luxury Lines. Trident. Trident. Where you can travel the stars with all the amenities of home. Every corner of our ships has one goal.
No offense, but
So
do you
again,
belong here?
welcome to Trident. Welcome to luxury.
Captain, hello. I am saddened.
Undocking complete, Captain.
Landing gear's ready.
How can I be of service, Captain? Activity. I will investigate.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know.
Did something catch your eye? Or are you just checking?
Please do not interfere with my task. Warning. I am programmed to prioritize. It would be advisable. Please proceed. Warning. Please please warning. I am programmed to prioritize the completion of my tasks.
Fine day for a drive, is it not?
Permission to dock has been confirmed. Team standard docking procedure.
Seals are tight. We're docked.
Hello. May I be of assistance? Designation, some guy, unknown. All current station residents located in recreation area. Greetings. Babs at your service.
Oh, so good to see you again. You weren't waiting long, were you? Oh, these people have waited years already. What's a few more months? Careful out there.
I miss Aquila, even with all its rough edges. Ha! You must be Harper's friend. Dr. Sophia Lane, formerly of the field surgeons, currently on sabbatical, now presiding over this station's quaint little clinic. And apparently I've been roped into some sort of project. Something about a secretive organization and data on a new type of technology. I'll admit, I was, and still am, intrigued. Well, aren't you a charmer? Oh, careful now, or you may end up with more than just my professional attention. Now then, Harper provided me with a Watchtower computer core. And with some help, we managed to extract enough data to guide the construction of a new type of neuroamp. Although, not a neuroamp. No, the technology is similar, but fundamentally different. It's more invasive. Closer to true cybernetics, really. Anyway, I've taken the liberty of constructing one of the cyberamps. This one apparently improves an individual's piloting skills. Truth be told, it's still a new concept to me, but as I understand them, these are Watchtower's personal brand of neuroamp. More advanced, more powerful, and more intrusive into the human body. Hopefully these amps provide just that, although no reason to keep them to yourself. Members of your crew may also find them useful. So, here you are. This is the cyber amp I already fabricated. Use it in good health, or don't. It's your choice. A lady knows better than to ask how and where you procure such things. But if you desire more of these new amps, simply bring me more computer cores. But before any of that, tell me, do you require any medical attention or supplies? If you have the credits, I am sure I can accommodate. It seems you're a bit short on computer cores. Go ahead. Curiosity never killed anyone. I grew up in Nakila City. Big skies, tight communities, and more than enough trouble to keep a young woman occupied. Medicine was always my goal, so I trained as a doctor. But life took a turn when Ethereum Cybernetics came calling. They lured me in with promises of credits and groundbreaking research, and for a while I thought I'd found my purpose. As it turns out, corporate labs and bottom-line science didn't sit right with me, so I walked away and joined the field surgeons. It's grueling work, but there's something raw and real about it all that just seems to speak to me. And now I'm taking a short sabbatical to run this clinic. And when I'm not patching people up, I enjoy reading. And I've been known to paint. Poorly. They're remarkable, truly. I've never seen technology quite like this before. The crystal substrate they use, it's fascinating. It allows for an extraordinary level of data density. Really, none of it follows any known framework or design principles I'm familiar with. Without the hacking algorithm from your engineer, I doubt I'd have gotten anywhere with any of this. If these cores are their tech standard, this Watchtower isn't just ahead of the curve. I dare say they're building the curve itself. We're not exactly old friends, more like colleagues. And not to say I don't like her, on the contrary, I've always found her quite spirited. I recall one time we were deployed to a small colony. It was under siege by pirates. Regulations state, before providing assistance, medics wait for danger to pass. Harper, however, decided to take a more proactive approach. She engaged the pirates, drew enough away for the colonists to gain the upper hand and win the fight. We were then able to render aid. It was a dangerous move, not just for her, but for everyone involved. Despite that, I found myself admiring her. She's a brave young woman. Oh, thinking of joining up? We almost never turn down an extra set of hands, especially if you've got a strong stomach. The field surgeons are a healthcare corp. We specialize in emergency medical care wherever it's needed. Despite common belief, we're not a charity. We do charge for our work. But most of our funding does come from donations. Our motto used to be care without compromise. But thanks to dwindling finances and ever-increasing bending of the rules, we had to drop that motto a few years back. I think if Harper were to rejoin these days, she'd find us much more to her liking. Do you need any services? I've got a decent stock of medical gear if you need it. Off with you then. I have things to do.
Hello. Oh, right. I meant to give this to you. If there's anything you need, I am happy to share. All right, then.
My directives include ship maintenance and station assistance. Pilot recognized.
Ah, and there she is. Welcome to Stardock Alpha, my current home away from home. Glad you found your way here. Oh, thanks, although it's not really mine. I'll introduce you to the owner later. But for now, I imagine you have a lot of questions, and I do have answers for you. But first, we need to talk about the people who attacked you. The group that attacked you, they're called Watchtower. I'm not surprised if you've never heard of them. To say they're clandestine would be an understatement. From what I've gathered, it seems they've made it their life's work to hunt down and confine individuals they consider dangerous. Individuals like you. And me. That's a good question. I mean, you seem capable, but there's plenty of people out there like that, so that can't be it. No, it's gotta be something else. Something more unique? Huh. They sure are. I've had more than a few run-ins with good old Watchtower. Most encounters have not gone well. I think I first got their attention after I dealt with a particularly nasty group of pirates. Since then, I've done my best to keep my head down, but it doesn't matter. Sooner or later, they always seem to catch up to you. Don't keep me in suspense. Let's hear it. Visions, you say? Well, that certainly sounds unique, but dangerous? Look, it may be none of my business, but this vision-giving artifact of yours, it may warrant further investigation. When you have the time, I'd encourage you look into it. Who knows? Maybe it can provide answers to both your previous question and others, too. I know the UC dangles citizenship as some sort of rare prize, but it's not really that uncommon of a thing. As for any sensitive information, whatever it might be, chances are Watchtower already knows about it. Don't get in too much trouble. Hey, we really need to talk about that group. The group that attacked you. From what I've gathered, individuals like you? I'm glad you think so. But unfortunately for now, that's where the good news ends. Let me explain. When Watchtower came for you, I'm sure their method of capture didn't escape your notice. For people like us, Watchtower like to employ a particular device. A kind of energy weapon. The first blast disables your ship, the second disables you. Leaving you absolutely helpless and at Watchtower's tender mercy. Yeah, you're not the only one. First time I got hit, the next thing I saw was my lunch in reverse. Now, I'm a little sparse on the details, but I do know they call this weapon the Synapse Disruptor, which seems an apt name if you ask me. Oh, and here's the worst part. There's no foolproof counter to the Disruptor. None at all. Believe me, I've looked. I've tried. There's nothing. Huh, that was a bit doom and gloom of me, wasn't it? All right. Let me backtrack and rephrase things. There is no technological counter to this weapon. No magic shields or special kind of hull plating. But this brings me to why I made contact. I have devised a strategy that would keep you and me safe from Watchtower's impromptu abductions. But the catch is, it's not something I can do alone. And it's gonna take effort. I'm gonna need your help on this. And you're gonna need mine. I mean, I'm no expert, but it does seem like an incredibly sophisticated weapon. Definitely more powerful than a common variety stunner. Never ran across anything like it. Say what you like about Watchtower, but they've got some damn fancy tech at their disposal. As best as I can tell, the Disruptor can't knock you out if your ship still has power, which is likely why its first shot disables your ship's systems. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Kinda wish I knew myself, because however they found you, it's likely the same way they keep finding me. All I know is that you'll be minding your own business, then without warning, in jump a whole bunch of Watchtower ships. And they're not aiming to kill you, they're trying to capture you. And believe me, you do not want to be captured by them. Well, that one, I can answer. You see, I was already on the lookout for you. I knew Watchtower would be searching for you, and I also knew they'd probably find you before I did. So I kept an eye on Watchtower comm lines, waited to see if any patrols reported spotting you, or worse, capturing you. Which they did, and since they launched a comm beacon, I was able to intercept that, and then follow its trail back to where you were, just in time to save your ass. Which, by the way, you are most welcome for. Huh. That's a fair question. I'm trying to think of how to answer without worrying you too much. Okay, a while back, I got my hands on a Watchtower database. Your name showed up a lot. Most of the information was encrypted, but there seemed to be a lot of it. I couldn't tell you why, but Watchtower has been keeping tabs on you for some time. Oh man, you do not want to know. Well, actually, you do. I mean, you did just ask. Okay, how do I say this? Everyone has potential, though most never quite reach it. If Watchtower captures you, it's not just your freedom they take. They steal from you your full potential. That was a terrible answer. Probably made no sense. Just know that Watchtower will lock you up and throw away the figurative key. You're at the start of a great journey. Watchtower would take that away from you. That's why you need to avoid them. It's fairly simple, really. Maybe you already noticed, but Watchtower's disruptor. It takes a while to charge between bursts. And as long as your ship has power, it needs to hit you at least twice in order to incapacitate. Now, if you're flying about all by your lonesome, it's not too difficult for Watchtower to blast you as many times as they need. But what if you weren't by yourself? What if you had the support of other ships? In a nutshell, here's my strategy. You don't fly alone anymore. Instead, you get some buddies. You get more ships. You get a fleet. Then, even if Watchtower track you down and get a shot in with their disruptor, with other ships there to cover you, they'd never get a second hit, giving you time to recover, get back in the fight, and avoid capture. Think about it. It makes sense, right? Okay, good. I'm happy you're on board with this fleet idea. You know that the first time that we... Oh, right. Yeah, we've not really been introduced yet, have we? Let's rectify that. My name's Torin. Just Torin. I guess you could say I'm a traveler. Yeah, I travel the stars. Here and there, and sometimes back again. And it's likely during those travels I got the attention of Watchtower. And been trying to shake him off ever since. I think nothing of it. Just doing what's right. Okay then, if we're going to make this fleet idea work, it's about time we get a move on, before Watchtower catches us with our pants down. You and me both. Here's how we're gonna pull this fleet thing off. First, we need some hardware, equipment, especially designed to handle this sort of thing. Had a pal look into it, and he figured out what we'll need. A Model 2 Fleet Sync control node. And he knows where we can find one, too. But the problem is, control node's not easily accessible. It's stored away in an old facility with no simple way in. But I got a solution for that. Here, catch! That is our solution. You ever hear about the orbital drops the UC and Freestar Collective did during the Colony War? Basically, troops planetside would toss down a flare, like the one I just gave you. It would mark a spot, and then depending on what the flare signaled, ships in orbit would fire down whatever was requested. Emergency backup, supplies, or sometimes just a good old airstrike. Or orbit strike, I guess. They called them sky drops. Very versatile, very useful, and now very illegal. Forbidden by the armistice. At least for the military. But we're not military. I got a skydrop system rigged up to my ship, and that's what we're going to use to get into that facility and grab the hardware we need. The thinking behind them was, when you're in the heat of battle, you never know what you might need, or when you might need it. So, if you found yourself in some trouble, just hit some buttons on a flare, toss it down, and a few seconds later, whatever you needed, there it is. Although, no system is perfect. Skydrop has its drawbacks. First, being you need at least one manned ship in orbit with a Skydrop system installed. Second, that ship needs to be loaded with whatever it is you require. Ship can't drop what it doesn't have. And lastly, Skydrop is a bulky system. Usually you need a large ship to accommodate it. However, I've discovered some workarounds for that issue. Ah, come on, I don't want to ruin the surprise. That's half the fun. Before revealing the specifics, I'll let your imagination run wild just a little while longer. Well, no, not technically. However, it's one thing to have other ships just follow you around, but we need more than that. We need coordination. If Watchtower disables your ship, the fleet needs to notice this and react straight away to protect you. That's the whole point of this. And tell me, have you ever actually tried to coordinate multiple vessels in the middle of battle all at the same time? It's not easy, trust me. That's why we need this control node. Otherwise, none of this is gonna work. That's what I like to hear. Time to get moving. Jump in your ship and meet me outside. Hail me when you're ready and we'll plot a course. I'm glad we're doing this. You and me. We'll show Watchtower they picked the wrong people to mess with. This time.
Now would be a good time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we leave behind. Or sell. Or throw away, even.
Greetings. Babs, at your service.
Operation complete. Thrusters free.
be jumping to Eridani 3 in the Eridani system. Once we're there, we can get things started. You good to go? We'll do a quick scan of the planet, find the facility with the fleet control node, make our way inside, grab the loot, and get out of there. Okay then, power up your grav drive and take point. I'll be right behind you.
Hey Dad, want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? Well, sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space.